there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Carlos King taking his YouTube show back to own. Anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in my description box. Once more, a couple of housekeeping things. It is 2025, you guys. Stay alive. It's free to follow. Free to follow your girl. All right. If you have not already, subscribe to this channel. If you've not already, subscribe to my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. If you've not already, subscribe, follow my TikTok, Anonymous Tea Podcast. If you've not already, please subscribe to Anonymous Reality Tea on Instagram, on the gram, y'all. I've got a lot of stuff coming out this week. So your girl's been working. We've been in the lab. We have been working, in addition to my actual work. But nonetheless, in this video, I need to talk about a preview clip that On and Kingdom Reign has dropped, you guys. And this may just confirm everything for me. Mel is right once again. You know, it's funny how much people, you know, want to drag Mel, make fun of Mel, come for Mel. But everything she says at the time, it always comes to fruition. Because remember when she was doing those Red Phone Lives and she mentioned how Tisha's mom was calling the showrunner and was calling and in excess, essentially, trying to get back on the show, and that one of the times the phone call, I guess quite a few of the times the phone calls weren't returned. And usually the showrunner is the person who would report directly to Carlos King. So it's interesting that now all of a sudden this preview clip that comes, because Carlos King is bringing back Reality with the King, which is basically an adaptation of Black YouTube. Like, that's what it is. It's Black YouTube. It's his YouTube show that's just now going to be on OWN. And in this preview clip, it had some Ready to Love people on there. And I'm thinking to myself, why can't nephew Tommy have his own show on OWN? His show's coming back in February. He has a past in radio. Radio is not new to him, is not new to this, he's not true to this. Why can't he have a weekly recap show of Ready to Love, or in between hiatus of Ready to Love, with the popularity of Ready to Love on Black YouTube and everything else? You know, discuss the show with former cast members and, you know, present couples and all this and that. Clifton being there in the clip, I understand, because at least he's on Married to, not Married to Medicine. Oh my gosh, why is that even on the brain today? On Love and Marriage DC. So that I get, but having multiple cast members from Ready to Love and the show's going to be back soon, like, that could have easily been a slot for nephew Tommy to have this gig. I don't understand. It's like they keep trying to throw things at the wall to see what sticks with Carlos King, to like justify keeping him, to make sure that like everything's all in good faith. And all this reminds me of the overprotection of what they did with Tim Norman from you know, Welcome to Sweetie Pies. It was the same nonsense where it was just like chance after chance after chance. And it's the same thing with the protection of Martel. And you see all this stuff of Carlos Keating, Carlos Keating. It might as well be, because how to Get Away with Murder, Carlos Keating edition. You know, essentially, it's like you're getting all these chances, and the display, you're being rewarded for maligning Black women, and that's the piece I just can't get about. And so, also in this clip, so beside Ready to Love cast members, former cast members, I also saw in the clip, like I said, Clifton from Love and Marriage DC. Didn't see anybody in there, from what I saw in the clip from Love and Marriage Detroit. Saw in there, you guys, Letitia Pearson. And it's like, okay, so is Letitia Pearson now just going to be able to, you know, frame her own narrative? Now that Aikisha and Soguchi are gone? Now this is like image rehab now? And see, this is the thing I don't like too.
And so now what's going to have to happen is on Aikisha's Bleep It podcast, she's going to have to refute whatever's going to be said on this episode. Because you know it's coming. You know some shade is going to be thrown towards Soguchi and Aikisha especially. And they're going to make that fight that their husbands, that Letitia and Latrice's husbands instigated, they're going to make it about themselves. They're going to, make it as though everything was their fault. They were not good for the show. They didn't deserve to be Bells. They declassed the show. I'm a good person. All of my brunches are amazing. I am a businesswoman. I have so many things going on for myself. No. See, Letitia Pearson is what Carlos King wanted Mel to be. Carlos King wanted Mel to stick around for Martel's nonsense and wanted Mel to get to basically, be the instigator of the group and then keep coming back, crying on the platform and doing all this nonsense and basically being fake. That's what Carlos King wanted Mel to be for Love and Marriage Huntsville. He wanted her to be a fake person. And basically, pretend everything's all good, pretend everything is resolved, as if there is not massive scandals breaking left and right in the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector, you guys. But that is how he wanted this to go and wanted Mel to dictate, different things as far as the show goes. But the thing is, Mel's probably so over it, she probably doesn't even want to recommend anybody at this point for the show because everybody she's recommended has turned on her. So at what point is it like, how is this show turning into a monster for me? Make it make sense. So last but not least, we have none other, you guys, than Tisha's mom, who Carlos King is all like, oh, it's been forever. It's been forever. Oh, one more person, Lisa Ray. Oh, funny you got Lisa Ray again after you already had that interview with her and she was on Mel's TikTok. I see you, Carlos. I see you exactly for who you are. So yeah, back to last but not least, none other than Tisha's mom. None other than Tisha's mom. And Carlos King's like, oh, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen each other. It has been a while. We got a lot to catch up on. And it's giving, this was the same type of rollout. Because again, no original ideas, no original thought process, no original plot. Same rollout process that happened with Antoinette from Bell Collective. She first appeared on one of these recap shows, and then come to find out later on, she was going to be on the season. And now some things are being put together. Now some things are making sense, you guys. It is starting to all make sense. If, in fact, Mel is done for good, and maybe Mel found out about some of these channels now that, some of these platforms that are specifically designed to just do hate Mel all day and continue to pump up Tisha's mom, continue to enable the madness, continue now, blaming Mel for, the late Kiki's death now, like all of these things. And now, after all of that, Carlos King, you have Tisha's mom on the show. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Tisha's mom has been who she is at this point, right? There is zero shock factor. You know at this point what you're getting with Tisha's mom. And to an extent at this point, you know what you're getting with Carlos King. My problem with Carlos King is he doesn't stand in his hypocrisy. He doesn't stand in the bleep nonsense that he continues to do. If you're going to say you protect black women, you are not going to have somebody's ABUSER on the show. You're not going to have somebody who showed Revenge P to the entire cast on the show. You're not going to continue to allow people to just allegedly be outed out here, knowing in the black community especially how those types of things go. When things like that are just outed. And there's no confirmation, there's no receipts. And again, you gave Tisha the opportunity to, say this is not alleged. And, nothing at all. Acted like whatever. That's not okay. There is no bottom for you. No bottom for you, which is why Martell gets away with the things he gets away with, which is why the entire cast gets away with not having to talk about anything. And if in fact Mel is gone, because Mel specifically, according to Tisha's mom, she claims she's not on the show because of Mel. This is like another Candy Phaedra situation is what it sounds like. That basically, Mel's the reason that Tisha's mom's off the show. Well, actually, I think it's a number of factors. I think the petition helped. I think the Come to Jesus meeting with the OWN executives that came all the way to Huntsville also played a factor. It went too far. And that was just questioning a child's paternity and causing a melee. But you're keeping on, you're hiding revenge, you're hiding all these arrests and these convictions, and Martell continuously being in violation of protection orders despite Mel having security that you're trying to diminish and accuse of her having an affair with, or that she's sleeping with the security with, again, zero proof, zero receipts. And you tried the lesbiana stuff with Mel too on the girls trip. Again, zero proof, zero receipts. Mel had to come out and defend that. And this is how low you're going to go, Carlos King? So please do not talk to me ever again about integrity. Don't talk to me about being a professional and the right way to do these things. No. There is no bottom for you. There is no low for you, Carlos. And that is what is sad. All these black women in 2024 that came out and exposed you. And this is how you respond? By bringing back the people that you feel, quote, fall in line with you and fall in line with your nonsense. So if you bring back Tisha's mom on the show, and Mel has it so none of y'all can talk about her, because it'll be more lawsuits coming if that's the case, if in fact she's truly gone. What is Tisha's mom's storyline going to be? Oh, what? She's going to beef with Destiny over the Dollar Tree Field Day episode that aired this season, as in last year, as in a couple months ago? You're going to bring her in for all this old stuff, for all this old beef? Because obviously she's not going to have an issue with her daughter. She's obviously not going to have an issue. She may go back and forth here and there with Marceau, but it's not going to amount to anything. So what is going to be the target? Oh, what, Martell? She's going to go after Martell now? And then keep mentioning or referencing, oh, you should have stayed with your wife, or you should have stayed with your ex, like doing all that nonsense? It's lame. It's just showing Carlos King has no ideas. He has no ideas on how to improve love and marriage Huntsville if this is the direction, you guys. Because you would think at this point, if people are saying they're sick and tired, they're over how far and how low this show has gone, you would think at this point that they would say, you know what? We need to take a hiatus. We need to take a year off. And we need to evaluate some things like what Real Housewives of Atlanta did. Like with what New Jersey did. And, some other shows have done on Bravo. And said, we need to take significant time off. We need to do some recasting. And we need to do some testing of some new couples. And we need to see who is going to bring us actual content and an actual storyline. Even Trish and Ken, even Tren, does not function without discussing Marquez. And also Martell. That was their storyline. The delaying everything because of the quote-unquote divorce and whether or not she had a thing with Martell, that has been their entire storyline. We know nothing else about them except for they like fitness. That's it. That's all we know. And Ken wants to prove to the world that he is, the greatest non-biological dad in the history of existence, you guys. But I'm saying all this to say, Carlos King, where is the integrity? Where is the integrity? Because this is giving soft launch. This is giving soft launch back into the show. And now you're basically saying and excusing former and or current cast members to have YouTube channels, to have platforms where you bash cast members, where you bash people who give you the opportunity. You can cuss them out. You can say the most malicious things ever about them. Make disturbing allegations about their childhood and SA, and still get an opportunity to work with you. So you don't care about SA. You do not care about any form of ABUSC. You don't care about Revenge P. You do not care about, the cast allegedly, apparently watching these videos of somebody without their knowledge, without their consent, this being distributed to people. You think that that is okay. You agree with it, and you have the audacity to make the victim the issue, to make the victim the problem, to make the victim the aggressor. Can you make it make sense? Can you make it make sense? But see, all of this is Satan at work, you guys. It is absolutely Satan at work, because I've never seen anything like this before. I've never seen anything like this before. This is like when you think that there's no low, when you thought that the worst of it, like I said, was RAPE gate at Bravo for season 9 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. When you thought that was bad, when you thought Elise Neal got injured on set and everything else and had to sue, when you thought all of the people, telling Carlos King to his face, I felt unprotected as a black woman, and you think that he would have taken note of this, all he does is he goes back and he rallies up the black women who are going to willing to be, the ones to cape for him. That's his response to any type of critique. Instead of looking from within and finding out why people are saying the things they're saying about you, instead of trying to become a better person, instead of doing some type of image rehab, instead of trying to do some type of rebrand that is for the good, all you know how to do is recycle BS, recycle mess, and try to repackage it as something new, as a new direction. No. Rebrand means new from top to down. Doesn't mean repackaging the same people who were problematic as, and continue to be problematic. That's not repackaging anything. That's not new year, new me, new you. No. That is the old you trying to present something new to the people that we've already been seeing. And it's just really unfortunate. It is just really unfortunate that we're here, you guys. I'm so disgusted. I truly am. But it says more about who Carlos King is than anything. That until somebody stops him, this is all he knows how to do. All he knows how to do is anytime there's criticism, anytime these people quit his shows, these people tell him to his face how they feel, it's basically like, oh, well, you signed up to be on reality TV, deal with the consequences. And if you don't like how you're edited on the show, you can go. That's what it's giving. It's not giving how he tries to lie to the supporters and say, oh, everyone's got my phone number. They can call me if there's an issue. No. You don't want there to be an issue. That's the problem, Carlos. Sonny exposed that as long as you follow a certain narrative, a certain storyline, I believe Winter exposes too. As long as you push a certain narrative on social media, online, it's okay. As long as certain people receive hate, it's okay. But when Sonny came for Destiny, that was too far and she got a phone call. When Sonny was going to expose her truth and was going to go live for the first time on YouTube, she got a phone call that she had to redirect her YouTube. But not once has Tisha's mom ever got a call that said any of the allegations that she made, anything she said about Mel was too far. And never goes hard at anybody else in the cast. despite Destiny continuing to entertain Martel's nonsense. Despite Stormy not messing with your daughter or your son-in-law and flat out calling him a bleep. And y'all don't care. Everything centers around Mel being the issue, you guys. So if Mel in fact did leave for good, and now Carlos King is gleefully excited to see Tisha's mom and this and that. Listen, when somebody's not being toxic and negative and nasty, yes, they can be funny and they can be entertaining, you guys. But we're supposed to just wipe out everything that was said about Kiki. Everything that was said about Mel. The allegations that were made about Mel and her mom. The things that were made about, allegations that were made about Mel's childhood. Things that were regurgitated from Martel, even though you claim now that Martel's all these things. That Martel's a liar and the truth isn't in him. But then you repeat the same lies Martel told you about Mel, and somehow that's true. Like, I'm just confused. What is the example here that we're setting? What is the energy that we're giving right now? What is the message? That Black women are still the most unprotected women ever. And that's the bottom line. Black women remain unprotected, you guys. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.